Mic check. It's my day 6 of the GFF Men's Division 2. Hello, good afternoon, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. You most welcome, and of course, welcome to the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Box Bar Mini Stadium in the heart of Brikama, West Coast region, the Gambia, and it is called Men's Division 2. And the game between Colley Stars under the guidance of Boya Jiba and Patenyang against the Elite United side, a team under the guidance of the experienced Major Sen, who is reliable for this hour. And currently the game is on and on at the theater. Elite dressed in black and red shirts, red shorts and red socks. Currently playing from our right, left, and of course those familiar with them from the police line at the end. And of course the Colley Star side dressed in white shirts and white socks. And currently it's a set piece for Elite United. We will get to the rundown of the starting 11 for both sides shortly. But currently we have to have that concentration on Hassan that ball decently. And currently it is lively and entertaining in the very first moments of in the GFF men's division. It's a clash between Elite and Colley Stars. Who is winning, it remains to be seen. And currently, Colley Stars are currently 5th on the table standings, whilst Elite is on 7th. Stadium. Hassan commenting. Ibu Jata, Mohamed Sanyang, Matar Sise, and Bakari Sanyang complete the 11. And of course, that got the 2-1 victory over at the Kabakel football field. And this time it is Mohamed Sanyang who scored the only goal in the 1-0 victory over Serekunda FC. And currently it's a corner for Colley Stars. Bubakar Fati will solely deliver. And Elite United under the guidance of Major Sen. And Sor Major is having the assistance of Fode Sar. And Elite started with Abdullah Cham in goal, Hamza Baji, Omar Toure, Mamadin Dong, Cherno Sedi, Ati Mubari, Padudu Jalo, Malik Jobate, Chernoba, Sedu Baji, and Bubakar Chati, completing the 11 for the boys dressed in red and black. And currently playing from our right to left, whilst the boys in white collars playing from our left to right. And the goalkeeper Abdullah Cham clears that ball desperately. In case you're just joining us, it is live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin Parliament Fati. Kemo Kanye, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Kemo is of course another afternoon, another special afternoon at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in the second division of Gambian football, of course in the male category. Colley Stars returns to the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Are we going to say for the very first time this season against an Elite United side that tested the first division, currently hoping to secure a spot once again in the first division?
Yes, it is the fifth against the seventh place here. But remember, the point difference between the two is very minimal. They are only separated by 2 points. So, Colley Stars, when they win this, they will be advancing their position on the league, while their opponents, Allied United, if they win, they will be going 1 point ahead of their opponents here, Colley Stars. So, this makes the game very, very interesting, because knowing that second division is a very, very highly competitive league. So, if you lose a game, you find yourself at a very, very funny situation in the league. So both of them would want to win. Remember, haven't lost any game. They drew 2 and then happened to win 3 of their games, while their opponents for the day, Elite United, have lost 1 and then won 3 of their games. So this is the 6th game that they are currently taking part in. So let's see which of the sides here will be going home with the victory here. But it is going to be a very, very, tough test between the two sides here. Both are good players within their midst here. So Colley Stars are yet to lose a game, so they wouldn't want to start here while their opponents have lost two already, and then into this they wouldn't want to lose teams in 6 fixtures. So that makes the game very very interesting. But nonetheless, I believe at the end of the day, one of the sides here will be going home with the victory. So, but which team is going home with the victory, as you have earlier mentioned, remains the question here. But I believe it is going to be a very very tough test between these two sides. But
It's going to be a tough test, and already we have seen a glimpse of that in the very first moments of this lively and entertaining showdown. Central referee Jibusar, having the assistance of Suleiman Tamba, Mohamed Suwane, and Lamin Conte serves as the fourth assistant referee from the theatre. Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Colley Stars having a player down injured and will be assisted by the medics. 0-0 is the current score in case you're just joining us. Hassan Gomez team in goal for Colley Stars. Julius Jame, Abdullah Jalo, Malik Sise, and Sumana Baji. Bubakar Fati, Yusuf Matar Sise, head coach Jiba and his boys, whilst Elite United under the leadership of Major Sen, of course Major, one time the head coach of Real de Banjul and Banjul United, is on the dugout for Elite United, and he's been assisted by Fodesar. And the team has started the contest with Abdullah Cham in goal, Hamza Baji, Omar Toure, Mamadou Ndong, Cherno Sedi, Ati Mubari, Padudu Jalo, Malik Jobate, Cherno Ba, Sedu Baji, and Bubakar Chati. And currently it is lively and entertaining, but currently without a goals between the boys dressed in red and black, and of course the boys in all white. Hassan Gomez to deliver, urging his players to move forward. He's the team captain, and he has been having fantastic games for Colley Stars since the commencement of the second division this season. Joined the club from Canifing East in 2023-24. It's a throw-in for Elite United. One time playing in the top flight and currently playing in their third season in the second division after the relegation of the team from the top division. Abdullah Jalo, the Real de Banjul, the former Real de Banjul central defender. And of course, we believe he's on loan with Colley Stars. Anyway, this is going to be an opportunity. And Real de Banjul currently having a lot of players who are already out on loan. And already in Elite United, we have Omar Toure, who is a player of Real de Banjul, currently on loan with Elite United, alongside Mamadou Nyang, Atimu Bari, and of course Sedu Baji is from TMT Football Club and one time played for Walidan. It's a throw-in, Julius Jame to deliver this throw-in for Colley Stars. Julius Jame down to Malik Sise. Malik to his defensive partner Abdullah Jalo. And Colley Stars currently enjoying possession inches of the dividing line. Mohamed Sanyang, who is currently on loan with the team from the Banjul Hub with Colley Stars Football Club. Hassan Gomez urging his players to calm down. And the goalkeeper and team captain, currently Elite having all its players behind the ball. Colley Stars started the campaign this season with a 2-1 victory over Gunjur United. It's an attack now. Baji spreads it wide, trying to connect the run of Sanyang. It's Bubakar Baji and Sumana Baji rather. And Sumana lost it, and it's going to be an opportunity. Ibu Jata controls that ball decently, plays that ball short to Bubakar Fati. Colley Stars trying to have a grip of this contest at the Boxbar Mini Stadium, playing at the Boxbar Mini Stadium for the very first time this season. This is Bakary Sanya, who is having a great game, or great games for Colley Stars. Elite in their own half, trying to possess the ball so well. Omar Toure now spreads that ball on the left side of the defense. Malik Jobate. Jobate to the goalkeeper, Abdullah Cham. Cham, the goalkeeper for Elite United, urging his players to move forward. And it's a long one. Julius Jamme tries to head that ball. And Colley Stars will try to regain possession. And Elite picks it once again. Around the center circle through Malik Jobate. Jobate getting it down on the far. It is Padudu Jalo. Elite. Baji spreads it. And Colley Stars will launch. This time Mohamed Sanyang wrestled and rewarded by the central referee Jibusar. who is ably and reliably assisted by Suleiman Tamba, Mohamed Sawane, Osuwane, and Lamin Conte as the fourth assistant referee. It is a clash between the boys in red and black and the boys in all white. Colley Stars and Elite United. Kemo, of course, we have seen a glimpse of the hunger in both sides in trying to get a victory in this contest. Just as you alluded to, it's just a very minimal point separating the two, and both sides will definitely want to move on top, towards the top of the table as far as the season or the competition is concerned.
Yes, very well. This was the ambition for both sides before coming here. Remember, Colley Stars rather on the same points with North Stars, and while they are separated 2 point, a lone point rather from the Serekunda United FC side. So if they win this, of course, they will be moving to the second spot or third spot on the league standing, depending on other results. So knowing that good opportunity for to get ourselves a maximum 3 point here. We'll be moving to the second or third place in the standing. So that will be a very, very good advancement for them. And then, as we have seen them last season fighting for the playoff spot, but they have failed short to get themselves to that particular point this year as well. This is the ambition, I believe, and then they will be hoping to get themselves to the fourth division. While Elite also have tested the fourth division football, and then they will be hoping to come back again and then competing in the top flight. So, but this game has to be one of the games that they needed very well in trying to making sure that they realize this ambition of theirs. And then it is a dream for any other team that is playing in the second division to get yourself qualified to the fourth division. This is why they are here. This is why second division is very, very competitive, because you know that you are fighting for, a qualification a spot into the fourth division. So, and also equally you'll be fighting to making sure that you save yourself from the relegation spot. So it is always a very, very strong fight between these two sides here when it comes to the ambitions that they have in trying to qualify or trying to at least get themselves a spot in the playoffs so that they will be getting themselves a fourth division spot. So let's see what happens here, whether Colley Stars will be able to advance their dreams in winning this and then moving up to the second position on the table, while their opponents as well will be hoping to at least win this one. They wouldn't want to lose 3 out of the 6 competitive games that they have played in, while Colley Stars are yet to lose a game. So they will try to make sure that they continue with that particular trend that they have started the league with.
They will continue and hope to continue with that trend. As I said, piece, Colley Stars, Bubakar Fati behind the ball. He has been one of the dead ball specialist strike straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper, Abdullah Cham. Fantastic delivery from Fati Bubakar, the former Wabanjul set midfielder, Julius Jame. It is Matar Sise now. Atimubari. Atimubari was with SL United last season, but of course a team of a player for Real de Banjul. And the score is still unchanged, 0-0 at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in case you're just joining us. And the game is live on LSTV1. Colley Stars started the campaign with the 2-1 victory over Gunjur United. Played out a nail-biting 0-0 scoreline against North Star in their second game. And in the third game at the Boxbar Mini Stadium, this is of course the second time Colley Stars playing at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Of course, in the 1-1 draw, it was played at the Boxbar Mini Stadium, in which Bakari Sanyang scored the opening goal before the goal being cancelled out by Gambia Armed Forces for Colley Stars to pick a point. And in the fourth game, it was 1-0 victory over Serekunda FC. And in that game, the goal was scored by Mohamed Sanyang. And in the last game, the game ended 2-1 in their favor against Balosar at the Kabakel football field. And currently taking on Elite United. And next, it's going to be a clash against Suwokono FC at the Soma Mini Stadium before playing at the late Osman Saho football field in Yundum against Carnifing East. Abdullah Jalo. Temporarily on top of the table with 13 points. Second is Walidan on 13 points rather. Third, Serekunda United with 12. North Star fourth with 11 points. Colley Stars on fifth with 11 points. Balosar 6th with 10. Elite United 7 with 9 points. Uni Global 8 with 7 points. Marimo 9 with 7 points. Myanmar Banjul is 10th on the table with 7 points. Kanifing East is 11 with 6 points. AJ Soccer 12 with 6 points. Suwokono 13 with 6 points. Serekunda FC. And that's a foul. A signal by central referee Jibusar. 12 is AJ Soccer with 6 points. 13 Suwokono with 6 points. 14th with Serekunda FC with 5 points. Gambia Armed Forces 15th with 5 points. Gunjur United, after their victory yesterday, has moved further away from the relegation zone. Currently on 16th with 5 points. Ouagadougou 17th with 4. And RS Talinding currently on the foot of the table with just 3 points. And Elite United started the campaign with a 2-0 victory over North Star. And in that fixture, Amadou Kujabi and Chernoba scored the goals to secure the 2-0 victory for Elite United. It ended against Gambia Armed Forces in a game where Chernobari was on the score sheet for Elite United. In their third fixture, it was a 1-0 victory over Serekunda FC before losing 1-0 to Balosar. And in the last fixture, it ended 8-0, and Bubakar Chati and Malik Jobate scored the goals. Currently taking on Colley Stars at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in a 0-0 scoreline currently. Hassan Gomez getting it down to Ibu Jata. Ibu is one of the midfielders for the boys in all white. Ibu Jata back to the goalkeeper Hassan Gomez. Got the man of the match in the 1-0 victory. It is Mane. An opportunity for Colley Stars. The left back on 25 and Sumana Baji started in the 2-1 victory over Balosar and maintains his starting bat. And Sumana Baji is one of the youngsters being injected in the starting 11 in the last game. Hassan Gomez now. Gomez Hassan to Bakari Sanyang. Matar said that seems to be a push, of course, against Omar Toure. And Jibusar, the central referee, has given the opportunity. And you could hear the sound coming from the head coach Major Sen. Major Sen is the head coach for Elite United, currently playing in the third season in the second division after the relegation, and hoping to secure promotion once again, and had the opportunity. Great combination. It's a player, currently the team captain of Elite United. An opportunity trying to get backward, starting the play through Omar Toure. Omar Toure spreads it wide to Ansumana, who heads that ball. And the goalkeeper for Colley Stars, Mohamed Sanyang, trying to get his way out against his teammate Atimu Bari of Real de Banjul. They are both on loan. Mohamed Sanyang currently on loan with Colley Stars, whilst Atimu Bari is currently on loan with Elite United from Real de Banjul after playing for SL United last season. The score is currently unchanged in case you're just joining us, but lively and entertaining. Both gaffers busy on the technical area. Boya Jiba is busy on the technical area. The goalkeeper is currently in pain, seemingly, Abdullah Cham. And Cham Abdullah, the goalkeeper, is down and will be attended by the medics at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in a lively and entertaining showdown. Game, of course, it is definitely a crunch tie, and both sides are very much aware of what is definitely at stake, because a defeat here will surely have an impact on their standing on the table. Equally, a victory will also have an impact. So they are very much aware and will definitely want to secure maximum points.
Yes, thank you so much, Pa. I mean, the game is still at a stalemate here. Both sides wouldn't want to concede the first goal here. This is what you expect when both teams that are currently on taking on against one another here would want to at least get themselves a first goal and then trying to making sure that they stay onto that lead to advance their standing in the league. I mean, Colley Stars knowing that when they win this particular game, they will be topping the table standing while their opponents as well. If they win this, they will be able to, I mean, move up to the fifth place on the standing. So with that in mind, before coming into this particular game, I believe both coaches or both technical benches will try to employ similar tactics here in trying to that is to making sure that they prevent their opponents from getting a forced goal against them, while they will also be pushing in order to get themselves the forced goal into the game. So when the approach to the game are similar, it is always very difficult for either of the sides to at least break the deadlock. But nonetheless, the game is still very young. Any of the sides here can take the lead into this particular game, because the qualities that we have seen in the first 20 minutes of play here between these two, amongst these two teams here, is very high quality of players. So this is why it has become very difficult for any of the sides to at least penetrate the defense line for the others. Remember, I mean, they both try to get themselves a first goal here in order, and as well they will try to be very much clinical whenever they get their chances, but their opponents as well are also trying to make it so that they strengthen their defense line, that they wouldn't concede the first goal into this, because knowing that a 1-0 score could be enough for a team to at least go home with the maximum 3 points here, because tightly contested affairs are always like that. When a team scores against you, in most cases they go home with the maximum 3 points. So this is what they are trying to avoid. College Stars, before coming here, have won 3 of the games and that they have played in, that they have taken part in, and then have drew 2 of the previous game. So coming into this particular game, College Stars, you know that they are still unbeaten. They are yet to lose a game this season. So their opponents as well, they have won three matches before coming into this particular game, while they have lost 2. So they will also be hoping that they continue on their winning track, while they will also trying to make sure that they prevent a defeat against the College Stars side here. So this this is what is making the game very interesting here. College Stars are currently on fifth, while their opponents that are currently taking part, that they are currently playing, that is Elite United side, are currently on the place. But they are by only 2 points. So a win for Stars will give them a top spot, while a win for the Elite United side will give them an advantage in the table standings against their opponents for the day. So let's see what happens here. A team that is yet to test a defeat, and a team that have been defeated twice in the league but have won 3. So it is always going to be a very difficult test, as I have earlier mentioned. In the second division, is very challenging for any of the side to get themselves a win against an opponent, because they will be having in mind that we must avoid relegation if we want to maintain our position in the division here. We must try to make it so that we go home with the victory, and then collecting maximum points in whichever games that we played, or avoid defeat, and then realizing our dream of playing in the top flight. So that is the hope for either side. As I've earlier mentioned, College Stars last season, they missed the spot in the playoffs, and then with that, they knowing that with that at the back of their minds into this season as well, they will be hoping that they at least go to that particular level, or in fact try to avoid that and then qualify themselves automatically to the first division spot, while their opponents who have tested the first division football will want to get themselves back into the first division, and then the fight continues here.
Thank you very much. Around the edge of the 18, this time strike comes in from Mohamed Sanyang, and you could hear the claps and cheers from their supporters from the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. But currently the score is nil, in case you're just joining us, and the game is live on LSTV1 at the cabin. Parlament Fati, Kim Okanyi, and of course behind camera operations is Osman and Niman Sedacham. And of course it's a corner for the boys in all white. College Stars Bubakar Fati to deliver. And it's a busy technical area for Gaffer Boya Jiba. Boya Jiba, the head coach. Bubakar Fati floats that. Strongly headed out by Elite United's Hamza Baji. It's once again Bakari Sanyang. Strike comes in this time. Glancing header. Danger still not averted. Finally, it's been headed out by Colley Stars, by Elite United rather. And Colley Stars tries to keep the ball in their opposition's half. This time it's going to be an opportunity, spreading it wide on the far to Sedu Baji. Sedu Baji 20, the boy from TMT. Bubakar Fati, Bakari Sanya. Bakari having a fantastic season with Colley Stars. It's going to be Matar Sise to chase. Atimu Bari. Atimu gets it down. Finally cleared around the center circle. It is Yusuf Amani now who picks possession for Colley Stars, and Yusuf rewarded by the central referee. And the referee is Jibu Star. Leman Tamba is one of the assistants. Mohamed Swane. Lamin Conte, the fourth assistant referee. It's a clash between the boys in all white against the boys in red and black. Colley Stars against Elite. Of course, Colley Stars playing in the second division for the second time after the change of the team name from BK Milan to Colley Stars. And the team is owned by Gambian international and central defender Omar Colley. Not a decent one from Yusufa Mane. Yusufa Mane. Elite now. Yusufa trying to track him down. Malik Sise. Boyajiba is very much busy on the technical area. Currently, Major Sen is down, giving chance to his assistant for the SR to give instructions. Major, one time the head coach of champions Real de Banjul, and also Banjul United. And Boyajiba, also one time head coach of Banjul United. Banjul rather. Boyajiba one time with Banjul. It's an elite attack. Team captain Bubakar Chati. Chati lost it. And it's now Abdullah Jalo to launch. Getting it forward to Mohamed Sanyang. Elite United trying to keep that ball in play on the far side. Mohamed Sanyang again. Sanyang Mohamed, tricky and pacey. Trying to maneuver his way out and currently having it tough against the defenders of Elite United. And it's still a throw in for Colley Stars. Mohamed Sanyang will solely get that ball to the left back on 25 and Sumana Baji, who is having his second start for Colley Stars after having an impressive game in the 2-1 victory over Balosar. Bakari Sanyang lost it. Elite on the attack. Malik Jobate, who's wide to the team captain Bubakar Chati. Chati Bubakar spreads it wide. And Ansumana Baji heading it down to Bubakar Fati, who heads it further for a throw into Elite. Lively and entertaining. In case you're just joining us, it is coming to you live from the box bar in the 2025-26 GFF Men's Division 2, second division of Gambian football at the box bar mini stadium between Colley Stars and Elite United. Currently 5th and 7th respectively. Only 2 points separating the two. Colley Stars on 5th with 11 points, whilst Elite United on 7th with 9 points. Just 2 points. We have to wait and see. It is Elite on attack, spreads it wide on the far to the team captain Bubakar Chati. Chati Bubakar looking for support around the edge of the 18. Great combination from the boys in red and black. Elite United trying to unlock the defense of Colley Stars. Ibo Jata. It's a fantastic game with a lot of possessive display. To the team captain Chati. Chati lost it. Chati is the team captain, whilst Hassan Gomez, the team captain for Colley Stars. Entertaining and lively. Elite having all its players behind the ball. And currently on the table standing, Sibano United on top. Walidan closely monitored, not having a superior goal difference. Serekunda United on 30 points, while Sibano and Walidan all on 13 points, just a point above Serekunda United, who are currently playing today. It's currently at the Kabakel football field. Serekunda United rather against Balosar. This is Mohamed Sanya trying to control that ball decently, having it tough against the defender. Sanyang again. Sanyang around the edge, spreads it wide. And a low and a weak one. That's a clash on the heads. And Julius Jamme is currently down alongside a player for Elite United, and the medics are already on the pitch to give assistance. A serious one. A clash of heads. And Major Sen is currently furious with that. Major Sen is furious with that decision. Anyway, that is the head coach Major Sen, the experienced Major Sen. One time the head coach of Real de Banjul and Banjul United. Busy on the technical area giving instructions. Earlier on we have seen Major seated on the technical area giving opportunity to the assistants to give instructions. But currently Major has left his position to give instructions to the boys after that clash of heads. But currently there seems to be a communication. Will the player be able to continue? We just have to wait and see. Both players are currently down receiving attention as other players are receiving or having a sip of water. Of course, this will definitely serve as a cooling break while Julius Jame receives medical attention from the medics. It's a Colley Stars attack. Mohamed Sanyang around the edge of the 18. Tricky and pacey. Receives that ball once again. Matar Cisse strikes, and this time into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Colley Stars just beautiful run from Mohamed Sanyang. And Mohamed lays that ball further to Matar Cisse, who struck the standbar before lodging itself into the gloves keeper for it. And of course, Kemo Kanye, that was definitely very close for the breakthrough, but unfortunately, Matar Cisse not having the opportunity to find the back of the net after his shot crashed on the standbar before lodging itself into the gloves of the goalkeeper, Abdullah Cham of Elite United.
Very well. That was a chance for Colley Stars game, but nonetheless, it is football players get chances and then they will squander. But with that, they also learn from the mistakes that they have done in the previous chances that they have created, and then try to improve on those chances as the game moves forward. But that was a close chance for the Colley Stars. They could have taken the lead from that. So, but the game still remains 0-0 between the two sides here, as both sides are still fighting to get themselves goal into this particular game. They understand and knows that the first goal for either of the sides here will be a very important goal for any of the sides, and then it can go on to go all the way to decide the game for their opponents. They can score, and their opponents also can come from behind to get themselves to a parity in the game. But nonetheless, a forced goal here can do a very, very good. I mean, and then as that particular team this particular game here, because the intention is to win the game. If you are able to score the first goal here, that could set a pace for you to go on all the way to win this particular game. But it is still nil-nil between the two sides here. Both sides are still continue to fight, and then trying to make it so that they break the deadlock before their opponent. So it still remains nil-nil, but the closest chance that we have seen comes from the Colley Stars side that struck the bar, and then it into the safe hands of the goalkeeper. It still remain nil-nil between the two sides.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. And we have already played 34 minutes unofficial. 34 minutes unofficial at the Box Bar Mini Stadium between Colley Stars and Elite. And currently is nil-nil. Both sides walking off their socks in search for the breakthrough. But currently the score is unchanged. Colley Stars nil, Elite United nil. Hassan Gomez, the goalkeeper, and also doubles as the team captain for Colley Stars. And Colley Stars in the opening game this year's competition got the better of Gunjur United 2-1 at the late Osman Saho football field. It was an own goal, and the other goal from Bubakar that got the job done for Colley Stars. And Suso is currently in Tunisia. Elite United, one time playing in the top flight, and after the relegation, Bubakar Fati and Bubakar penalized by the referee. And of course, it's a furious Bubakar Fati who isn't in line with the decision of the central referee, and Atimu Bari will surely get this. Gets it backwards to Omar Toure. Omar Toure was one time playing for Kute Jambulo in the Brikama Somanawet and calling in for a handball. Yes, given by the central referee against Julius Jame. Colley Stars will try to regroup whilst Elite United benefits from a set piece at a great position. Colley Stars nil, Elite United nil is still the current score. The victory for either side will definitely get them a comfortable standing in the second division, or the table standing of this year's second division. Who is winning it or is going to be share of the spoils remains to be seen. Currently it is 0-0. 24 on his back, and Sadibu Baji to take this. Sadibu Baji, 24. Strike comes in straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper, Hassan Gomez. Bubakar Fati now. The dead ball specialist. Nothing given by the central referee and possession. Elite United trying to test the goalkeeper from distance and claps from the technical area in appreciation of that fantastic strike. We sailed over the crossbar for a goal kick. No problems for the netminder Hassan Gomez in goal for Colley Stars. The boy from Carnifing East. And Abdullah Jallo from Champions Real de Banjul. And Malik Sise is his defensive partner this afternoon. And Sumana Baji operates on the left side of the defense for Colley Stars, whilst Julius Jame operates on the right. The central defensive partnership of Malik Sise and Abdullah Jallo. And in the heart of the midfield is Ibu Jata, Bubakar Fati, and in front of them a little bit is Matar Sise. Mohamed Sanyang operates on the left side of the attack. Is of course Bakari Sanyang. Yusuf Amane is also one of the midfielders, having the midfield trio of Ibu Jata, Yusuf Amane and Bubakar Fati. Elite United having Abdullah Chamin Kul, Hamza Bari, Omar Toure, Mamadou Ndong, Cherno Sedi, Atimu Bari, Pa Doudou Diallo, Malik Jobate, Cherno Ba, Seydou Baji, and of course Boubacar Chati. It's currently entertaining and lively, but currently without a goal or goals. Elite United having a player down. And Kimo, of course, approaching the 48th minute here. Unofficial, but both sides are still struggling to find the back of the net. Probably a 1-0 scoreline might be enough for either of these sides to walk away with the maximum points, because I believe any of the sides to score here will either protect or get the second goal. But we believe a goal here will definitely be crucial in this contest.
Yes, very well. Pa. A goal here could be enough for a side to go home with the maximum 3 points, as you have earlier said. But which team to score the first goal is yet to be known here. But the closest that we have seen came from that of the Colley Stars side. Will they be able to get themselves the first goal here? Remains the questions here. But they also have the qualities to do so. So as their opponents are also having the qualities to do so. But the approach to the game, as I've earlier mentioned, seems a similar approach that is being employed here by both technical benches, so that they prevent their opponent from scoring from getting the first goal rather against them. And the whole session here, I mean, I will go for the Colley Stars here, who have been knocking the ball so and trying to make it so that, I mean, they keep knocking the doors of the defense line for their opponents, but those their efforts to break that particular left futile by their opponents here, because they have been very resolute at the back and trying to make it so that they did not concede the first goal here. But nonetheless, that continues here, and then both sides will try to make it so that they at least get themselves a goal here before the halftime break is gone, or they can still maintain this particular score line here, and then go to the dressing room and then trying to make it so that they make some discussions of the problems that they encounter, or their challenges.
40 minutes in this contest unofficial. The score is unchanged. 0-0 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, in case you're just joining us at this, and it is live on LSTV at the Cabin Parliament Party. Kemo Kanye behind camera operations is Osman and Yeman Saracham. And of course, it is 0-0. And 0-0 between Colley Stars, Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang is one of the finest players for Colley Stars up front. And Ibu Jata back to Abdullah Jalo. Elite having all its players behind the ball, whilst Colley starts to start the play from their own half. Malik Siselong spreading it wide to Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang Mohamed, Tricky and Pacey. Pacey and Tricky Mohamed. Boubacar Fati hold possession around the center. This is Yusuf Amane. Mane Yusufa lost it, and back to the goalkeeper, Abdullah Cham. Abdullah Cham, the goalkeeper, going long. And it is at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, of course, a calm atmosphere at the theater. And it's unlike Norwegian football, where you have a whole lot of fans cheering the team to glory. And this is second division of Gambian football in the male category. Colley Stars 0, Elite United 0. United playing in the third season of the competition after the relegation of the team, and of course formerly of Sporting Real, and of course the team having that cordial relationship with champions Real de Banjul, and this is why Real de Banjul having to, and currently they're having a good number of players that are currently on loan. Abdullah Jalo, and there's going to be an attack. Julius Jammeh clears that ball decently. That's a great run from Elite United. And Colley Stars will try to protect that around the edge of the 18. Strike comes in, and Julius Jammeh clears that. Not a decent one. Another strike, and that nearly got the goalkeeper unaware. But the central goalkeeper, Hassan Gomez, is definitely furious with that, urging his players to step up. The score is unchanged, 0-0 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And seemingly we have exhausted the entire minutes of the first half. Any moment from now, assistant referee or the fourth assistant referee, Lamin Conte, will solely get us the additional minutes. And seemingly it's just going to be 2 minutes of additional time. 2 minutes of stoppage time in the first half will solely be put forward by the fourth assistant referee, Conte Lamin. Malik Cisse down to Bakary Sanyang. Julius Jamen now to the forward Matar Cisse, who is very far away from the ball. And Malik Matar Cisse is currently leading the line for Colley Stars. And Lamin Conte any moment from now will solely raise the additional minutes. Game Okanyi, of course, we have exhausted the 45 minutes. Of course, is going to be share of the spoils at halftime.
Very well, but none of the sides here would want to concede the goal at this particular moment of the first half, because they understand that they are only left with 120 seconds here for them to at least get to the dressing room with at least a point here. If they are able to concede the goal here, perhaps that will be a goal that will be deciding the result for the force, but they are well aware of the timing here, and then both the technical benches and also the players that are involved here knows that this is the maximum time that we currently have in the force for us to go home, for us to go to the dressing room and then make some discussions of the force, and then the game still continues here, but nonetheless there is no little time, and then that was a beautiful strike here from the Stars end here, so it still remains nil between the two in the first half 45. A little over 1 minute here is left here before the halftime whistle will be gone, and then both sides will now be heading to the dressing room and trying to make sure that they make discussions of the challenges that they encounter in the first half, and then what are the ways to improve their second half coming from the dressing room.
Thank you very much, Kimo Kanyi, and it is getting closer and closer. It's getting closer before the break. And in the only GFF men's Division 1 class, it's currently Team Rhino 1, Heart FC nil. And at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it is 0-0. It is 0-0 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Sedu Baji to deliver this. Sedu Baji 24 will deliver this for this time. The goalkeeper had a hand to it, and the custodian Hassan Gomez, fantastic save from the netminder. Another strike, and this time into the gloves of the goalkeeper, calling in for a penalty, but the central referee Sadibou Sarr has already ended the proceedings in the first half, and the first half has just ended with a 0-0 scoreline between Colley Stars and Elite United at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And of course at the commentary cabin, Parliament Fati. Kemo Kanyi behind camera operations, Osman and Yimas. And until then, we are off, and do join us in the next 15 for the continuation. Welcome back to the Box Bar Mini Stadium for the country. On Elite United. Elite United in white. Elite United in red and black, whilst Colley Stars in white. Colley Stars are playing from our right to left, whilst Elite United playing from our left to right. And still on chain, nil at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Colley Stars nil, Elite United. In this contest, but currently it is nil-nil. Who is winning? It's going to be self. This ball remains between Bubakar Fati currently behind the ball. Has ordered the player to wait for the whistle. Bubakar Fati 17, the dead ball specialist for Colley Stars. It is match day 6. Player rustled and rewarded once again. It's another set piece for Colley Stars. And this time Yusufa Mane rustled and rewarded the referee. Sar is the central referee. Suleiman Tamba R1. AR2 Mohamed Suwane and Lamin Conte, the fourth assistant referee. No problems for Mohamed or Yusuf Amani. Both sides picked it from where they left it. And currently, both sides picked it from where they left it in the first half. And Bubakar Fati to deliver this once again. All the players of Elite United behind the ball and trying to protect this set piece from Colley Stars. Bubakar Fati. And we currently having the key presence of the players of Colley Stars around the 18-yard area of Elite United. Bubakar Fati to float. Squirts it on the far side to Malik Sise. Malik tries around the area. Matar Sise trying to have that connection, but unfortunately could not. Atimu Bari. Bari Atimu spreads it wide for an attack for Elite United. Elite United still waiting for the players to come to the rescue around the center circle. Malik Jobate. Jobate losing it. And of course, both sides picked it from where they left it in the fourth period. And the score is unchanged. Still, Kimo, I think I still stand to. I'm still going to maintain my position of possibly a goal might do the job here, as any of the sides to score here probably might in this contest.
Yes, very well. Perhaps it is going to be ended in a very, very minimal scoreline here. Perhaps a lone goal here could do the job for one of the sides here who is able to break the deadlock before the end of this regulation time here. But in the first half, we have seen a very, very tightly contested affair throughout the first half. The closest that we have seen here who come to the closest of scoring here was the, Colley Stars side, and then that was the clear cut chance that one could see that we have seen in the first half, but that was in fact a very, very clear opportunity. But that was a great effort from the Colley Stars, and then it hits the bar and then comes to the rescue of their opponents, the Allied United side. So in the entire first half was a hard fought affair and also a very closely contested game between the two, and then the game ended that first half ended in a 0-0 scoreline. Yeah, and then make discussions about the entire first half. So let's see which of the sides here will be able to at least do the need for their first half talks, and then which of the sides here will be able to, not achieve what was discussed in the dressing room here. But it is going to be difficult here, as I have earlier mentioned. Perhaps it is going to be settled at a very, very tightly, a score line here. One of the sides, if any of the sides here is able to break the deadlock, perhaps the game might be decided from that 1-0 score line. But so far, it is still nil-nil, a closely contested affair. I mean, a game and that has seen limited goal scoring opportunities in the entire first half. Now coming into the second half, let's see which of the sides here would be able to create so much goal scoring opportunities and then eventually break the deadlock, or are we going to see one of the sides here creating one goal scoring opportunities, and then whether that one goal scoring opportunity will be enough for them to go home with the victory, or they must share the spoils at the end of the regulation time. Currently, I mean, the game is at a stoppage. A player for the Elite United is currently nursing an injury, and then he is now back on his feet, and then but he will be escorted outside the pitch, but later on will soon be allowed to continue and then taking part in the game.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. And Atimu Bari has been reintroduced after that tackle. Currently back on his feet, 15 on his back. The Real de Banjul player currently on loan with Elite United. And the score is on chain. The goalkeeper, Abdullahi Cham, is the custodian for Elite United. Cham Abdullahi. And in the opposite goal post, Hassan Gomez for Colley Stars. The Stars nil, Elite United nil. Bubakar Fati now. Dribble pass one. And that's a yellow card. And a yellow card for Padudu Jallo. And Padudu into the books of the central referee. Padudu Jallo 8. And Major Sen isn't happy with that, the head coach for Elite United. Of course, the head coach and the experienced Major Sen. The former Real de Banjul and Banjul United head coach is currently on the technical area for Elite United alongside Fodesar, who was also his assistant at Real de Banjul. And Boya Jiba and Patenyang on the technical area for the Colley Stars side. At the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it is the return of Colley Stars for the second time this season at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in the GFF Men's Division 2 on March day 6 of the second division. In the first game for Colley Stars, got the better of Gunjur United 2-1 at the late Osman Saho football field before playing a nail-biting 0-0 scoreline against North Star at the Kerjata football field. At the Box Bar Mini Stadium against Gambia Armed Forces ended 1-1, in which Bakari Sanyang scored the goal before the Army responded to pick a point against Colley Stars. Against Serekunda FC, it was Mohamed Sanyang solo goal. Mohamed Sanyang solo goal. Serekunda FC at the late Osman Saho. And against Balosar at the Kabakel Mini Stadium, it ended Colley Stars 2, Balosar 1. And it was Bakari Sanyang's brace. Bakari Sanyang's brace got the victory for coach Boya Jiba's side. And it is currently 0-0 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Yusuf Amane to Abdullahi Jallo, the central defender, who squeezes the play from the left to the right. Hassan Gomez again, trying to keep possession as much as they could. Abdullahi Jallo has now spread himself on the right or on the left side of the defense, whilst Malik Sise squeezes himself on the right side of the defense, forcing the left back and 25 and Sumana Baji to get around the area. This is Matar Sise. Can he get something from that? And that was definitely very close for the breakthrough. Unfortunately, Matar Sise has squandered another glorious opportunity. Came out, that was another close effort. Unfortunately, Colley Stars still 0-0 against Elite United.
Very well, another close effort for the Colley Stars side here, which I believe Matar knows that he could have done better with going with the ball closer to the netminder and then try to do the needful for his side. But this is another chance that have again been squandered by the Colley Stars side. Now let's see, they have also searched forward, but I mean the Colley Stars have cleared their line, and then the Elite United continue to search forward on this particular counter attack and flow. But again, I mean, they have also, I mean, they are not being able to do the needful for that particular ball at the final third of the pitch. So let's see what happens here, whether either of the sides can create a goal scoring opportunity in which rather they could capitalize on and then put the game to their favor. But so far, it is still 0-0 here. But the better chance here, and then the team that have created better goal scoring opportunities in this particular game is already Colley Stars, but they have failed to capitalize on either of the scoring certain opportunities that they have created, and then the game remains nil-nil between the two parts.
It's still nil-nil at the box bar. Nil United at the box bar mini stadium, lively and entertaining. Who is winning it remains to be seen. Atimu Bari has tested that ball down, but unfortunately could not keep that ball in play. And Major Sen will effect his fourth substitution. Head coach. The top flight game between Heart FC and Team Rhino. It is currently 1-1 between Heart FC and Team Rhino. Any moment from now, we're going to see the first substitution to be effected by United. Jabi 11 for who is replacing. We just have Major Sen has already got the player forward and currently waiting for substitution. And 11 on his back, Adam. That's going long. Matar Cisse chases. This time it's a glancing one, getting it down to Bubakar Fati to Mohamed Sanyang. Sanyang Mohamed around the edge of the 18. Colley still looking for the goal and still into the gloves of the goalkeeper Abdullah Cham. No problems for the netminder. Lively at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Who is winning it remains to be seen. And of course, substitution imminent. Substitution imminent. Adam Akujabi is coming in and will replace Malik Jobate. Malik Jobate 22 is coming off and being replaced by 11 Adam Akujabi. Of course, came out as the first substitution and first substitution for Elite United in trying to get something in this contest. Of course, introducing legs whilst getting tired legs in the contest.
Yes, that will boost their, the team going forward in trying to making sure that they push forward with more energy and then try to penetrate the back line for defense for their opponents, College Stars here. But when the coach rather feels that there is a certain tired leg in the field and then that needs to be substituted, so this is why he has introduced one of his players in trying to making sure that he replaces that tired leg in the pitch and then trying to give his side a boost in going forward and then trying to making sure that they penetrate the defense line for their opponents. But it is already a very, very difficult game for both sides, a tightly contested affair. Though the better team that we have seen in both halves here is the College Stars side, who have created numerous goal scoring opportunities, about 3, which they failed to capitalize on either of those chances here. But the game still continues. Let's see whether they will be able to get themselves another good opportunity here, and then what they will be able to do about that still remains the question. Let's see if they created another, whether they will be able to capitalize on that, or are we going to see an upset from their opponents to at least trying to making sure that they punish them for failing to capitalize on the chances that they have created.
We have to wait and see and get the confirmation of the winner. But currently, in case you're just joining us, it is lively. But currently, lively and entertaining showdown without a goal or goals. College Stars nil, Elite United nil is still the score at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Central referee Jibusar, Suleiman Tamba, Mohamed Suwane, and Lamin Conte as the fourth assistant referee. Central referee Jibusar is currently very close to the scene. And College Stars will try to regroup whilst Elite United relies on Sedu Baji to deliver. Sedu, one time a player of TMT and also played for Walidan and currently with Elite United. And Elite United also having a good number of Real de Banjul players that are currently on loan with the team. And of course, College Stars also having some other players on loan. Already it is Sedu Baji behind the ball, crowded penalty area. College Stars hoping to defend this ball. Sedu Baji floats, this time straight into the gloves of the netminder, Hassan Gomez, who is undoubtedly one of the finest goalkeepers in the second division. Hassan Gomez is one of the finest goalkeepers in the second division. And currently the score is 0-0. Fantastic game. Fantastic possessive football. Mohamed Lamin Ba to be introduced by College Stars shortly. Who is he going to replace? We have to confirm that shortly. Mohamed Lamin Ba had a fantastic season with the Stars last season. And any moment from now, he will definitely be introduced. Bakari Sanyang. Bakari Sanyang is coming off, and he will definitely use the other end to leave the field. Scored a brace in the last game that secured maximum points in the 2-1 victory over Balosar at the Kabakel Mini Stadium. And already Bakari Sanyang has already left the pitch and being replaced by Mohamed Lamin Ba. And of course another substitution, and of course the first substitution for Colley Stars in trying to still have a grip of this contest game.
Yes, I believe Mohamed Lamin Ba could be a very, very good asset for the Colley Stars in this particular game, because when you look at him last season, he had done very well for the Colley Stars side, especially whenever they are attacking. He's such a threat to any other defense line that he faces. And I believe today as well, his introduction into the game will help the Colley Stars in trying to making sure that, they penalize the defensive setup for their opponents here. But Molamin, whichever defender he faces, he can create a lot of trouble for that particular defender. We have seen him play last season and then doing very well for the Colley Stars side. And again today he has just been introduced. Let's see what his impact, his introduction will impact the Colley Stars and in trying to making sure that they better their forward and then try to open up the scoreline here into this particular game. But it's still nil-nil. But I believe Molamin Ba's introduction could add up a very, very good advantage for the Colley Stars in their forward in trying to penalize their opponent's spot.
Thank you very much. Around the edge on Abdullah Jalo. Headset, and this time finally to the safe hands of the goalkeeper. Ansumana Baji to Mohamed Sanya. Ansumana Baji again. Gets it down to Bubakar Fati. Bubakar trying to hold possession. Lost it to Atimu Bari. And this time Atimu wrestled. And central referee has already ordered for a play on, instead of awarding a set piece to Elite United. Elite nil. Colley Stars nil is still the score. Atimu Bari seems exhausted. Anyway, currently back on his feet. Last season with SL United in the second division, and SL got relegated, and currently with Elite United after signing a contract with champions Real de Banjul. Malik Sise spreads it forward to Mohamed Lamin Ba, the new entrant. Mohamed Lamin Ba is now operating on the right side of the attack for the boys in all white. And Boya Jiba busy on the technical area. At a very calm atmosphere at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Who is winning it in this week 6 contest remains to be seen. And up next for Colley Stars and Elite United. Colley Stars will travel away to Swokono at the Soma Mini Stadium in their next fixture, whilst Elite will face Gunjur United at the Live Your Dreams football field in Basuri. And after the Swokono game for Colley Stars, will of course have a clash against Kanifing East at the Latos Mansaho football field. And of course the goalkeeper Hassan Gomez will solely face his former club, whilst Elite will play at home to Swokono at the Soma Mini Stadium after the Gunjur United clash. Back to the goalkeeper for Elite United, Abdullah Cham. Omar Toure. Ansumana Baji. Toure again, Omar. Ansumana Baji doing some defensive duties for Colley Stars since his breakthrough into the starting 11. It's seemingly going to be a fantastic debut season. Mohamed Sanyang around the edge. Fantastic player. Spreads it wide on the far side. Trying to connect the run of Mohamed Lamin Ba. And Mohamed Lamin could not connect to that after that decent delivery from the 26. Mohamed Sanyang, who scored the only goal in the 1-0 victory over Serekunda United. Or Serekunda FC rather. And Mohamed Sanyang, since joining the club on loan from champions Real de Banjul, is having a great season. And currently Colley Stars having 4 players warming up, whilst Elite United is also working on another substitution. And in the second half, we can still have goals in this contest. That's a foul for Colley Stars and of course the central referee Jibusar. That's seemingly going to be double substitution from Elite United. Major Sen now busy on the technical area, giving instructions to his lads. Double substitution for Elite United any moment from now. And we're going to see the emergence of Ibrahim Assise alongside Mohamed Gomez. Two players being prepared to be introduced for head coach Major Sen and his boys. Mohamed Gomez and Ibrahim Assise, who is coming off. Seemingly Chernoba is one of the players to be taking off alongside Seydou Badji. It's going to be an elite attack. Abdullahi, and that's very close though. Chernoba 20 is coming off alongside Seydou Badji, and will be replaced by Mohamed Gomez and Ibrahim Assise. And seemingly, Kemo, both sides are now trying to, introduce all what they have on the substitute bench in trying to at least get a goal here. And if they are able to get a goal, they will surely try to protect that goal in possibly having the chance of at least snatching the maximum points here.
Yes, into the 23rd minutes of the second half. So you only need to bring in legs, fresh legs that you feel can change the dynamics of the game for you. And then this is what they believe that they have on the bench can change the game for them. This is why they have been introduced here, so that the game, the final result of the game can go their way. So, but let's see what their substitutions will impact in the game. But nonetheless, it has already been a very hard-fought affair between the two sides here. Both sides, remember. I mean, after in the first five, Colley Stars is yet to lose a game. They are currently, I mean, they have won rather 3 games and then drawn 2, while their opponents have lost 2 and then won 3 of the past 5 games that they are involved in. So coming into the 6th game, they will Colley Stars will be hoping that they continue to, I mean, do the needful and then continue their unbeaten run into this season's GFF main Division 2, while their opponents, the Elite United side will try to make it so that they did not lose for the 3rd time in this year's GFF main Division 2. So this is the fight here. Colley Stars, when they win this, if they win this particular game, they will of course be sitting on top of the table, while their opponents, when they win this, they will be closing the gaps and then moving up to the 3rd place on the table standing. So this is the fight for both sides. Elite United will want to finish this particular game on top of in the top 3, while their opponents, Colley Stars, will want to finish this particular game on top of the table. So let's see what happens here, whether Colley Stars will be able to win this and then sit at the top of the table after this particular game, or their opponents will be able to win this and then move up to the 3rd place in the table standing. But that still remains a question here, and then either of the sides here have the potential to score in this particular game. Substitution imminent here for the Colley Stars side.
Thank you very much, Kemu Kanyi. And it is getting more and more interesting. It's getting more and more interesting at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Double substitution for Coach Boya Jiba's side. Omar Colley is introduced 18 and will be introduced alongside Mohamed Sise, the former SL United forward, and Bubakar and Lamin Colley introduced alongside Mohamed Sise. Omar Colley. That's a goal kick. A furious technical area once again for Elite United. They aren't in line with that decision of the central referee, but he has the final say. Jibusar is the central referee in this lively and entertaining showdown alongside Suleiman Tamba, who is serving as the first assistant. Mohamed Suwane and Lamin Conte as the second and fourth assistant referee respectively. Box Bar Mini Stadium is the venue. LSTV1 coming to you live from the theater and in the GFF Men's Division 2. Hassan Gomez. Colley Stars is still unbeaten in this year's GFF Men's Division 2. Major Sen is now busy on the technical area giving instructions. The former Real de Banjul Gaffer, whilst Boya Jiba, the former Wa Banjul Gaffer, now with Colley Stars for the second season, is currently enjoying his second stint, and that's going to be a yellow card. Abdullah Jallo, the books of the central referee, Jibu Sar. Time running out in the second half, but we still have some time to play. We can still have goals and goals in this contest. Currently, Elite United will benefit from a set piece at a great position. And Hamza Baji is currently behind the ball. 3 on his back, and Mohamed Sise is the only player behind the ball for Colley Stars in trying to protect this set piece from Hamza Baji. Hamza Baji 3, currently operating on the right of the defense, right side of the defense. Major Sen Industrials on the technical area, giving instructions to his boys. Hassan Gomez, the goalkeeper. This time strike comes in. Hassan Gomez pounds that ball. And Mohamed Sise now. One of the latest entrants for Elite United around the edge of the 18. Received that ball, the team captain being surrounded by a group of players. And that's a bicycle kick and straight into the gloves of the netminder. Fantastic second half from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. An end-to-end stuff. From the half of Elite United to the half of Colley Stars, Mohamed Lamin Ba. Dribble pass one, still struggling. And Mohamed Lamin Rasold. Nothing given by the central referee. It's an attack once again for Elite United. The boys dressed in red and black. Team captain spreads it wide, trying to connect once again into the gloves of the goalkeeper, Hassan Gomez. Fascinating second period. Fascinating second period. And the player is already on a yellow. He needs to be very much careful here. Kimo, we expecting to see a fascinating and final minutes of this contest between Colley Stars and of course Elite United. And of course a goal might do, but if we can't have a goal, of course it's going to be fair enough for at least both sides to walk away with a point at the box bar.
Yes, very well, Pa. We are now left with 15 minutes into the regulation time before the final whistle will be blown here, or plus any other additional time that the officials feel will be okay to be added on here at the end of the regulation time here. But the game, you can see, has now turned to be a very highly combative affair between the two sides here. They are fighting to the nail in trying to prevent their opponents from scoring, but they are still surging forward, both sides, to actually get themselves a winner here into this particular game before the final whistle is gone here. And then both sides are very much aware of the timing here, and then they wouldn't want to concede the goal, but they are also fighting very well to get themselves at least a goal into this particular game. So this is the conflicting effort that they are currently having here, preventing their defense line, and then to prevent their opponent from scoring a goal against them, while they are also surging forward in trying to get themselves a winner in the game. So this is why the fight has been very strong, especially in this part of the game, and then it still continues like that. But you can see certain players are already on a yellow, and then we have seen recently a foul that has been awarded here by the central referee, who has been who eventually warns a player that he needs to be very careful, otherwise he could have been sent off for such reckless fouls against an opponent player. But the game still continues here. The fight is very much alive. Any of the sides here can get themselves at least one very good chance, and then utilize that one into a goal and then go home with the maximum 3 points. But which side to get that particular goal here still remains a question here. But we can still see a goal here, and then perhaps it is not going to be more than one goal here if you are going to witness any goal here, because it has already been a very, very tightly contested affair between the two parts.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. It is interesting and lively from the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama. And we have already played 75 minutes unofficial, but the score is still unchanged. 0-0 between Colley Stars and Elite United from the theatre. Fascinating second half. Fantastic second half between these two sides. It's an attack on the far, and the central referee Jibusar has awarded an opportunity to Colley Stars, and of course furious technical area for Elite United, who are currently having Major Sen as the head coach on the technical area, and Major is having the assistance of Fodisar Abdullah Jalo. It's a throw in, and throw in for Elite United. Jiba, the former Wabanjul head coach, Mohamed Sanyang, trying to hold possession, maneuvers his way, and down, but the referee isn't interested this time around as he waved against Mohamed Sanyang. Hamza Baji. "77 minutes on the clock unofficial from the box bar between the boys dressed in red and black against the boys in all white. White shirts, and white socks, Colley Stars against an Elite United side who are dressed in red and black shirts, red shorts and red socks. Major Sen on the technical area for the Capital Base Club, whilst Boya Jiba on the dugout for Colley Stars. Match day 6 for both sides, and Colley Stars hoping to secure maximum points, equally Elite United. Abdullah Jalo was one time with Real de Banjul. Gets that ball forward to Colley. Lamin Colley, Mohamed now. Ibu Jata chips that ball forward, trying to connect the run of Mod Lamin. And is that going to be the breakthrough? Mohamed Lamin bar, and the flag of the assistant referee stayed down. That should have been the breakthrough for Colley Stars, but unfortunately could not convert that. Around the center circle, player wrestled and rewarded. And of course, central referee Jibusar very close to the scene. Padudu Jalo is the player in question. That was definitely very close for the breakthrough. Unfortunately, Kemo, chance squandered once again for Colley Stars.
Yes, another close chance for Colley Stars, but this time as well, as we have seen in the previous chances that they have created here, it has been squandered again, and then the game remains 0-0 between the two sides. But the fight, as earlier mentioned, still continues here into the final 10 minutes of the game before the center referees will put an end to the regulation time here. But I mean, it is. It remains 0-0 here, but both teams are fighting very well. You can see it has turned to be an end-to-end affair here, a very highly combative affair between the two. The fight has been very, very strong since the restart of the game here in the second half. But let's see what happens here. It is currently, I mean, a corner kick that will be taken by the Elite United side here, and then the game still continues here, but you can see the Colley Stars players are currently contesting that decision from the center referee. Instead of corner, they telling the center referee that it should be a throw in, but nonetheless the officials have given that particular ball for a corner, and then it has been taken, but Colley Stars clears their line, and then the Elite United side keeps pushing here, and then they have won another corner here in the process.
Very much, Kemo, and of course, in the closing moments of this lively and entertaining, time running out for both sides, but we still have minutes for goals to rain. A corner for Elite United. Crowded penalty area for Colley Stars. This time glancing header. And around the edge of the 18, strike comes in, and Mohamed just there, Mohamed Cisse just there in time to block that ball. It is Elite United again. This time in their opposition half. Trying to keep control around the edge of the 18. Team captain spreads it down. Looking for penetration. Can they get that? It's now an opportunity for Colley Stars to break. Through Ansumana Baji, who spreads it wide to Mohamed Sanyang. Mohamed trying to use his pace against his marker. And unfortunately, he could not. Interesting final moments. Team captain Bubakar Chati. It's now Elite United on the attack. Ibu Jata tracks back. Jata Ibu. Ibu long. Connecting the run of Mohamed Cisse. And this time it's Mohamed Cisse to chase. Busy technical area. Gava's giving instruction. Who is winning it, we have to wait and see. Interesting and lively. Elite United. It is Abdullah Jalo. To Ansumana Baji. Ansumana long. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. This is Lamin Colley trying to get penetration here. Strike comes in. That was a low drive. And very close, unfortunately. Once again squandered by Colley Stars. Interesting final moments. Kemo, we have seen few chances being crafted by Elite United, and not long ago we've also seen Colley Stars having few of the goal scoring opportunities, but they were all squandered by the teams. And currently it's going to be another substitution once again for Colley Stars, and of course 2 fresh legs to be introduced by the Whites.
Yes, very well, as you have earlier mentioned, both sides rather have been creating goal scoring opportunities here, but none of the sides here is able to, capitalize or utilize those chances into goals, or a goal here into these final moments. Recently, we have seen that of the Colley Stars and creating that goal scoring opportunities after that wonderful moment from the player, and then who drives a low ball into the area, but it went off the goal mouth. And then Colley Stars will now be introducing 2 fresh legs into the game, and then they hoping that these 2 will also be able to help them in trying to go forward and add up so much energy for them and trying to penetrate the defense line of their opponents. And so let's see which of the sides here will be able to at least break the deadlock into this particular game. Currently we are in the 39th minute of the game. 6 minutes played, 6 minutes to be played here, plus any other time that should be added here by the officials of the game before this particular time ends here. It is still 0-0 between the 2 sides here, but it has been a hard fought between the 2 currently.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Interesting in the top flight of Gambian football, as currently Heart FC leading Elite United by Heart FC leading Team Rhino Rada by 2-1. Heart FC came from a goal down, and currently it is 2-1. Around the far side, Senghor now is being introduced alongside Colley. Colley Stars around the edge. Can they get something? Lamin Colley has been introduced. Lamin Colley again. Colley to chase. And Atimu Bari down for some defensive duties. Corner Colley Stars. And the Stars will now rely on the corner. And 2 players introduced not long ago. Lamin Colley has been introduced alongside Sheriff Senghor. Senghor from TMT to Colley Stars this season. And Senghor will deliver the corner. Time running out for both sides. Who is winning it in the closing moments of this contest remains to be seen. Crowded penalty area around the Democracy end of the box bar mini stadium for Elite United. Sheriff Senghor. Sheriff Senghor to deliver. The corner for Colley Stars. Central referee Jibusar. Central referee Jibusar very close to the scene. Crowded penalty area. Senghor gets it short to Lamin Colley. Cross comes in around the area. Team captain heads it down. Fantastic control from the team captain Bubakar Chati. Chati trying to use his space. Bubakar Chati. And Ibu Jata just there to get that ball off for a throw into Elite United. Elite having Major Sen on the dugout. Major giving instructions, hoping to secure a late goal here. Whilst Colley Stars having their head coach Boya, who is also desperately in need of a goal here. It's a corner for Elite United. Cross comes in long and high one. Hassan missed it. That's a foul. That's a foul as judged by the central referee. That's a foul against Elite United. Interesting and lively. We have already played 86 minutes unofficial. We have under 4 minutes of normal time and what is expected to be added on for either Colley Stars or Elite United to score, or else is going to be share of the spoils at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Kemo, of course, time has almost run out as we already have under 3 minutes of normal time and what is expected to be added on. Around the edge now, strikes way over the crossbar. And currently it is 88 minutes on the clock. 88 minutes unofficial. We have under 2 minutes of normal time and seemingly there might be an addition of not more than 3 minutes to be added on before the central referee will end the proceedings. But currently it is, of course, a lively and entertaining one, but currently without goals.
Yes, very well, Pa. It might end like this, but nonetheless, any of the sides here can pull a surprise in the 9 minutes of the game and then go all the way to win this particular game by a very, very narrow margin, perhaps a 1-0 scoreline. So let's see. But currently, we are in the 88th minute of the game, and then we have already played 89 minutes into the game here, and then we are currently in the final minute. So let's see which of the sides here will be able to at least pull a surprise here in the dead end of the game, or we're going to see the two sides sharing the spoils here. But that will also be a good result for either of the sides here, because at this time, playing the whole 90 minutes and then ended up losing by a lone goal 2-0 or a very, very narrow margin is not something that is embraced by any of the sides here. And then I believe, but that is football for you. Any of the sides here can in fact score in the last touch of the game and then go all the way with the 3 maximum point. But the game still continues here, and then until we have seen a surprise here being pulled by one of the sides here. But otherwise, the game is going to be decided on a stalemate here. Certainly, we are going to see 3 minutes of the additional time here between the two sides. Now, both sides have 3 minutes now to be played here before the final whistle is gone.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And 3 minutes added on, 3 minutes for Elite and Colley Stars to score, else share of the spoils is going to be the result. It's going to be share of the spoils if there is no goal. As already Major Sen Industrious on the technical area, equally Boya Jiba. Both gaffers hoping to get a late winner. This is Baji, lost it. And this time Elite United regained possession. It's going to be an opportunity, trying to get his way out and having it tough against Abdullah Jallo. Abdullah Jallo lost it. Elite United. Omar Colley. Get it down to Lamin Colley. Lamin trying to get his way out. And finally, he's a throw in. Interesting final moments at the box bar. Padudu Jallo down for some defensive duties. And Sumana Baji to effect the throw in. Quickly taken. Newly introduced. Dribble pass one, still looking for more. Lamin Colley strikes. Could not trouble the goalkeeper from that distance. And it's a goal kick and goal kick to Elite United in the final moments of this lively and entertaining showdown at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. Are we going to have a goal? Yes, it's still possible. But of course, any of the sides to score here will definitely win the entire game. And of course, will bag maximum points. Lively and entertaining. And the keeper, Abdullah Cham, will deliver this. All the players are currently behind the ball. Major Sen Industrials on the technical area giving instructions alongside head coach Boy Ajiba. Lamin Colley lost it. It is not around the area. Who came on as a substitute. Mohamed Lamin Bar trying to get that ball far. And Mohamed Cisse down for some defensive duties. There's a player currently down. And any moment from now, the central referee might already move deep into the closing stages game.
Yes, very well, Pa. It is almost ending here at the Brikama Box Parliament Stadium. We are now into the final moments of the game. We have just entered in the final minutes is already been almost exhausted here, and then it still remains nil-nil until we have the final touch have been utilized by one of the sides here. That is between the two sides here. Perhaps this is going to be the last action of the game, and then the center referee will soon put an end to this particular game after this goal has been taken by the Colley Stars side.
Thank you very much, Kimo Kanyi. Final moments at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Final moments. Is that going to be the final action? Yes, that's the final action. And the final action of this contest, the share of the spoils at the Boxbar Mini Stadium between Colley Stars and Elite United. It has just ended. Colley Stars nil, Elite United nil in match day 6 of the GFF Men's Division 2. In case you just joining us, it just ended at the Boxbar Mini Stadium and ended in a nail-biting scoreline. It has been Parliament Fatih at the commentary cabin. Kemo Kanyi and of course Osman Kamarani Mansada Cham. Until then, we have I still will come your way.